This is the Darling of the Forgotten State, unofficial OTS member, Noah Vale, and you're tuned in to the OTS Project.
Oh yeah, it's episode 50. Episode 50 is here.
I'm sure our audio listeners must have loved that part right there.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the OTS Project here, the OTS News, episode 50, the Big 50. I love it. Let me check real quick. What number are we on in the Cousins of the Cosmos sphere?
We're higher up than that. I think we're somewhere in the low 50s.
Well, that is kind of like the main podcast.
That's true.
By the time
if you haven't checked us out there, you definitely should.
That's a good idea. By the time we get to the end of what we just recorded, like the next four, that'll be episode 63. So we'll be on episode 64.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize we were that hard. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today's episode is going to be fun. We have a nice Noah Vale interview that we recorded, 2 weeks ago or something like that we've been kind of sitting on. Because a lot's been going on. So I feel like when we do these interviews, we try and do an interview a month. But it's more so we record an interview a month, and it kind of drops when we don't have something to discuss for the week. We'll drop the interview. Because, we had this was supposed to come out last week, but we had a Spider-Man trailer to come out. So we kind of had to talk about that and make that a big discussion. So, we have a Noah Vale interview. We got some trailers that we're gonna have to rewatch these trailers, but we got a Harry Potter one and some stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We got some fun news, and Theo, what's going on with you though? Before we dive into all this,
I've been hanging around mostly. I did get to go to the Bay Area Ren Fair last weekend with my roommate. We kind of hung out for a few hours there. Saw a lot of cool costumes. Saw a lot of fun little shops. I did that could be my little pickup of the week. Hold on a second. Is he?
Oh
yeah, he's back here. Hold on.
Pickup of the week.
So obviously, with there being like a Ren Fair and stuff like that, there's obviously a bunch of different shops and vendors and stuff like that. A lot of them are selling like different like swords or shields. Some of them are selling like oils and elixir things. Some of them are selling like a bunch of like woodcraft stuff. Some of them sell cigars.
Right.
There was one very interesting little stand pretty much in the dead middle of the entire fair, almost standing completely alone, that was just selling little hand sock puppets. So I got myself this little elephant sock puppet that I was just like, it's just a little fun little thing that I've just been playing around with. So he kind of just talks like this and whatnot. So he could be our third host for this week, new special host, elephant sock puppet.
That's just his name, is Elephant Sock Puppet?
I'm trying to find like different like e-names. I think I came up with Elliot was one of them. Other things like that. I don't know. I'm still trying to find a name for him, but it's time.
Plowfield.
No, that's your name, man. We can't take your name off you. You're Plowfield. And Shockwave.
Yeah. My end. Nothing. I will say about the Ren Fair. I've been a couple times. We used to go when I was a kid and stuff like that. It's definitely. I think it was a more Grace's thing than my thing. I didn't really care too much for it. And I went a couple years ago with Dave, and I was kind of just like bored out of my mind. So, and we also like we got some food. I think this was the Tampa one or whatever. We got some food, and like the food just absolutely sucked. It was horrible. So I'm not a huge Ren Fair guy. I do remember Grace got one year. She got these like, I'm sure they still sell them there. It's like this little game. It's like 3 sticks, and you have to try and bounce the stick between the other 2 sticks or something like that.
Oh, I think I know what
it's
you're
like
talking about.
I don't think it's a game. It's like a skill. It's like a hobby. Like if you stuff like
it's
that.
Like a yo-yo sort of situation almost.
Right. It was like rubber kind of sticks, and you try and balance the main stick between the two, or bounce them. Yeah.
It's that boring fun shit that they used to do hundreds of years ago.
Right. Yeah. So Grace tried to do that for a little bit. I remember. But yeah, on my end, nothing much going on. Been a pretty boring week, so just been chilling. My internet's fixed. That's what I do know. I'm very happy about that.
That's awesome.
Because last week was definitely a struggle and stuff like that. And I'm definitely behind. I'm definitely behind on getting our clips and stuff like that because of the internet situation. So I gotta kind of lock in. But I got some other shit that I got going on at the moment. So
I've I've also been finished catching up on The Boys. I'm now all caught up, ready for season 5.
Nice.
Very excited now to see how they kind of end this out.
I will say I've watched some movies that I had never seen. That's what I did this week. I watched 9 to 5, which I'm not sure if you've seen that. I watched 9 to 5, Steel Magnolias, and Dead Poet Society. So 9 to 5 is like this. It's like a comedy kind of like drama in a sense of like it's from like the 80s with Dolly Parton, where like these 3 women work in this office and their boss is just like an asshole who also is like sexually trying to, you know, harass them and stuff like that. And so they come up with this plan of like how to get him out. So that was pretty fun. So yeah, I watched that. I watched Steel Magnolias, which Dolly Parton is also in. I went on a little Dolly Parton movie kick, apparently, just watching some movies that she was in. I'm wearing a Dolly Parton shirt right now too. That movie was sad. Steel Magnolias. It's about it's kind of like about this women friend group, but it's really about Sally Fields is in it. She's kind of the main character. It's about her and her daughter. Her daughter's played by Julia Roberts, and her daughter just has a bunch of problems and stuff. It's very, very sad, but very, very good. Yeah, and then Dead Poet Society. That's you know, just a movie about Robin Williams being a teacher and trying to help this, you know, this very strict like boarding school kind of change up. I will say everybody says this is one of the greatest movies of all time. It was good, but I would not say that it's as it might be a little overrated, which is crazy because Robin Williams is like one of my favorite actors. I think he's great in it, but I just think the story was really good and also is pretty sad, but I didn't think it was like this crazy mind-blowing movie. Maybe for the time, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I did. I watched some movies I haven't seen.
Nice. Fun stuff.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can check out my letterbox, y'all. I think it's still Cap Kidman because I don't think I could change it. So go check out Cap Kidman on Letterboxd if you want to see my... I always rank them, and you have to, because I like to share them to my Instagram story, but to share them to your Instagram story, you have to like actually leave like a review. So most of my reviews are just like the stupidest shit ever because I don't feel like actually putting a whole review. So like I think my Dead Poet Society one was just me saying like Robin Williams is literally the GOAT. Like it's just
right.
So that's what I did this week. But let's dive into our fun song of the week. Mr. Theo, do you want to start us off? I got the notification a couple minutes ago that you added your song to your playlist.
I did.
So.
I did add my song. I added one song, and then I was like, you know what? I think this song is a little more fitting for the week. It's a little more stuck in my head. I'm going with Quick Trick by Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, another jazz song. I'm trying to get some more jazz music up on my playlist, as that is my shit. And this one is just a very fun one. Art Blakey's like my favorite jazz drummer, and he's always putting out good stuff, or was always putting out good stuff. But yeah, that's my song of the week.
Nice. My song of the week is going to be Camera by Ed Sheeran. This is from his most recent album. His more recent album, I think it's called Play. It came out a couple months ago, and I just have like not been locked in on it. So I'm finally starting to lock in on it. Huge Ed Sheeran guy, you know that, but like if y'all could see right there, that white thing right there, that's literally an Ed Sheeran autograph from his like variation thing. Ed Sheeran's my guy. He's in my top 3. So yeah, I've been kind of listening more to that album. So the song Camera is a great song. So that's my song of the week. But I will say Charlie Puth, he just came out with a new album today. That shit goes pretty hard. There's a yacht rock song that he did with who did he do?
Michael McDonald.
Double check. Michael McDonald and hold on.
Was it Kenny Loggins? I think it was Kenny Loggins.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That song is a banger. Super cool. And it forced me to make a yacht rock playlist. So now I have a yacht rock playlist that I just made. And the photo, I was like, all right, what can I make the photo for my playlist here? And so I just made the photo. There is no photo of Michael DeSanta on his boat. So I had the second best thing. So I have a photo of Michael DeSanta on a jet ski. So that's the photo of my yacht rock playlist.
When you started, I thought it was going to be the picture of from Step Brothers when they're both on the yacht doing like their little rap. That's what I was thinking you were going to.
That's going, but I just kept. I don't know. When I think of yacht rock, I think that's probably Michael DeSanta's go-to like music is just yacht rock, especially when he was on his boat. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got the yacht rock.
As much as he loved that boat, we never saw him on any boat really.
That's true. Well, we do when he goes to get Tracy.
That is true. He does go up on the yacht.
That's like the one time.
He's not very much so relaxing on that boat. That
That's
I will
true.
say.
He's murdering.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's time for our favorite time of the week, our weekly blind rank. All right, Mr. Theo, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I could start us off. After
right.
some recent news that we've gotten this week that we will delve into later in the episode, I'm going to have you rank
Blank,
rank different characters here from the Super Smash Brothers series.
Oh, shit.
You don't have to rank them on like their playstyle or anything. This is just basically just the characters themselves and stuff like that. I've got
Right.
5 different characters here, and I'm going to
This is
start
just
you off.
my preferred favorites.
Yeah, your preferred favorites, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to start you off here with the hero of Hyrule himself, Link.
Ooh, Link. All right, here's the issue. Is I grew up, like you, playing Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like a really big Nintendo guy. Even as a kid, I would play these games, but I was not like fully invested. Like the Wii, we would play games on and stuff like that, and I had a GameCube and a Game Boy and stuff, but I was not a huge Nintendo guy. So I really do like Link, but I don't like. This is the issue: is Link has always been a Nintendo character I really like, but I know very little about him. I just thought just thought he was cool. So that's the forewarning for the people here, is that my list also is probably based more on just who I think is cool rather than like my knowledge of the characters, because I probably don't have much knowledge of them. So I will put Link in the 2 spot, because I did always, as a kid, I always thought he was really cool. Also,
Okay.
So we were talking in the Power Rangers group chat, we were talking about this because obviously the whole Star Fox thing.
Right.
And I said this, I'm like, it is kind of funny because I played Nintendo games, but I didn't really care about them. The one that I cared about the most was like Smash. So most of my interaction with these characters are just them being characters in Smash. So that's why I'm like,
Right.
I really know nothing about Link, but I know he was really fun to play as a Smash, you know? So.
Your next one is going to be everyone's favorite green little dinosaur, a.k.a. Childish Gambino, a.k.a.
Oh,
Donald
shit.
Glover, a.k.a. Yoshi.
Ooh, you know? Am I crazy for putting him in the 1 spot, dog?
That might be crazy.
He's my favorite Mario character. Like, he's definitely my favorite character in the Mario universe.
Because I know you. I know you.
Right. So, I think he may have to go in the 1 spot, because I don't know if I got any other people that I really am fucking with. Unless we are including Pokemon in this list, then I might be cooked.
You're putting him at the 1 spot? Is that where you're putting him?
Well, clearly there are some Pokemon involved, so I'll put him in the 3 spot then. My manipulation tactic worked.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Your next one is going to be Mewtwo.
Oh, yeah, that's the 1 spot. That's like my favorite Pokemon. He's like my favorite Pokemon, dog, so easy 1 spot. Yeah, again, I don't know much Nintendo characters, but if we include Pokemon, I definitely have a lot more knowledge in the Pokemon world, so.
Next up, we've got the protagonist to one of my favorite game series of all time, Solid Snake.
Ooh, you know, I don't have much knowledge of them. I haven't played those games. I'm waiting for the full, the remasters to kind of go on sale and stuff like that. So I do like him from what I know, but I got to put him in the 5 spot just because I have probably the least amount of knowledge of him. So,
and of course, we have to end the list off here by adding in Star Fox. He's been the hot topic all week. He's got to be in the 5th here.
Yeah, clear 4th spot. That's cool with me.
Bless.
Ooh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. I should have muted myself. My bad. Yeah, I always thought he was cool. Again, same thing. I just kind of played as him on like Smash. Smash Melee was the GameCube one.
That was the GameCube one, yes.
Yeah, that's the one I played the most for sure because me and Grace had a GameCube. So I remember playing as him and Link and Pokemon Trainer and all that stuff in that game. So yeah,
That's a good
I
list.
don't think. And I don't think I would really. Maybe I would switch Link and Yoshi because I do like Yoshi. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good list.
I might have a pretty opposite list to you here in terms of my opinion. I'm putting Snake up at the 1. Obviously, I love Metal Gear Solid. I've always loved that series. I might put Star Fox up at the 2. Star Fox is just cool as fuck. He's just a cool character. I will do Link at the 3, Mewtwo at the 4, Yoshi at the 5. I'm not a big Yoshi guy.
All right. Damn. All right. All right. My blind rank has nothing to do with Harry Potter or Nintendo or anything like what we're talking about. Um, yeah, it's very random. So, Mr. Theo, you are going to be blind ranking actors. 5
Whoa.
actors. Some of these, well, honestly, all of these are pretty much up there for me. I really enjoy all these guys. So these are more so probably your blind ranking. Probably my favorite actors is really what it is. So yeah, all right. Number 1 is going to be one Mr. Willy Wonka himself, Mr. Lisan Al Gaib, Timothy Chalamet.
This is a tricky one. This is a very tricky one.
Yeah.
Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet recently in some hot water here with the ballet community.
Yeah, apparently.
They are a tight knit community. I won't be messing with them. I don't know. He's a good actor. I just haven't seen him in all that much stuff. I think realistically the Dune stuff is the main stuff that I've really seen him in. I don't know if I've really seen him in much of anything else. Beautiful Boy, he did do very well in that. That is very true. That is a good callback. Shoot, I like a lot more actors. I think I'm gonna put him in the 4 spot.
All right. Okay. Next up is going to be John Cena.
In terms of actors, I'm gonna put him in the 5.
Okay. All right. All right. I feel like you're going pretty good so far. I feel like you're doing pretty good. Next up is going to be one Adam Driver.
Ooh, okay. Adam Driver, very, very good, underrated actor, I would say, in terms of his acting ability. I think he's got a lot of great performances. Obviously, very, very funny on SNL. One of the best hosts we've seen in the past decades, for sure. I don't know, because there could be a lot of other people on this list. There could be a lot of better people on this list. There could be a lot worse people on this list. I think I'll go with the safe route and put him in the 3 spot. I think that's what I'll do.
Okay. All right. Your next one is going to be Mr. Batman, Mr. Edward Cullen, Robert Pattinson. You only got the 2 and the 1.
I only got the 2 and the 1 left. I think I might have to gamble it here and put him in the 2 spot. Leave number 1 up for whoever's on the last of the list here.
I think you may have done a very good job, my brother, because your last one, your number 1, is going to be Mr. Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I mean he's the GOAT. He's
so
the greatest actor. It's an easy swish there. That was such a good play on my part there for sure. Yeah. I really like my list. I think I did a pretty good job. I might switch Adam Driver and put him in the 2 spot. I think that's what I'll do. But other than that, I think I'm pretty happy with how my list came out.
Yeah. If I had to rank this, Denzel is obviously at the 1. Adam Driver probably at the 2. R-Pat's probably at the 3. Timothy Chalamet probably at the 4, and then John Cena at the 5. John Cena is great.
Yeah, it's the same.
But John Cena needs like emotional roles. Like we see a little bit of it as Peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? He has sometimes, but we need him in like a very serious A24 drama movie or something like that. Like,
right.
That's what
exactly.
I feel like he's very comfortable in like the comedic yet somewhat kind of messed up realm. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need him, in like an A24.
He's the only actor on this list that's really
dramatic.
only just mainly comedy stuff. He's pretty much just like a comedy actor, pretty much.
Right.
I need more range from this man.
Serious. Right.
Yeah.
And we know he can be great. We've seen him do good stuff. So
yeah,
we need him in a very emotional, like he's A24. He's someone that was married and loses his wife and is trying to find his way in life type of movie or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Good blind ranks this week. Very fun. Very fun. But now it's time for our news this week. All right, Mr. Theo, we got some good news. We got a lot of news. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to rewatch this Harry Potter trailer in a second. Once we get to that,
I will do so as well. Yeah.
But let's go through the other news, starting with the Disney Legends. I always find this very fun and very fascinating. They, at D23 every year they have. This is basically Disney's Hall of Fame,
right?
Essentially, they always induct a new class every year of Disney Legends, people that have been a big part of Disney. From a director standpoint, from an acting standpoint, from a music standpoint, from a parks standpoint, and stuff like that. So I'm going to read you off this list here. So we have, obviously there's some people I don't necessarily know, like Chris Berman, he's from television. I don't really know him. Susan Egan from voice. I know I have heard the name before, but I'm not sure I know.
Oh,
what
isn't she the princess from Hercules, if I remember correctly?
She might be.
I'm looking this up because I'm pretty sure I'm right here.
I'm
right.
Say on
I knew
what
it
I'm looking
because
at.
she was also in Steven Universe. I knew it.
Gotcha. Eric Goldberg, he's animation. I'm assuming he's an animator. Kim Irvine is an Imagineer. They always try and include a Imagineer. Bob Iger, who was the CEO of Disney for years. He's just recently. Well, he just recently stepped down. He's no longer the CEO. Now.
He did step down. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess kind of
so
a
it makes
layup
more
there
sense
for him.
being
Yeah.
now. Right. Jeremy Bruckheimer, who we know from, I think he produced and maybe directed some of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I think he's done a couple other things over the years. And then probably the biggest ones here, Alan Tudyk, an incredible voice actor we know as K2SO, but he's done a range of voices for Disney
actor,
and not for Disney. Speaking of good actors, Anne Hathaway is going to be in there. Obviously, we know
Incredible actress.
Her biggest Disney role is probably Mia in The Princess Diaries, which is such an iconic Disney movie. A little less great of an actor, but it still makes sense that he's in here. Is going to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I saw this one. I was like, this is so just a gimme. I think at this point.
I mean, he's played Maui 3 times, and Maui's a very big character, so it kind of makes sense. Plus, again, he's just such a big name that how are you not going to
is that a fat joke?
include him in there? What?
Such a big character.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a fat joke. And then kind of rounding it out here, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who obviously, I mean,
Of course.
come on,
yeah.
man.
How do you not get him in there?
He's done such incredible soundtracks for Disney, from Moana and stuff like that. And last but not least, the Jonas Brothers, which makes so much sense. I mean, these guys.
I don't know how they weren't in there sooner.
Right. Well, I think they've kind of shifted a little bit. I think the Disney legends, like, they're starting to understand now. We're in like the 2000s kind of nostalgia era now. So like, I think a couple years ago, I think Raven was like the first real Disney Channel star to get added.
That makes sense.
A couple years ago, and then I think 2 years ago, Miley Cyrus was inducted in. Obviously, huge Hannah Montana. So the Jonas Brothers are just the next in like the 2000s Disney Channel crew to be in there. So I'm assuming, as years go by, I'm assuming we'll get Hilary Duff and Selena Gomez and David Henry and I'm saying
Zach
all
and
these
Cody in
people
there? They got to be in there, right?
Right. I'm sure not yet, but I'm sure they will be too.
They gotta get in there. What the?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. But yeah, really cool to see. I always enjoy the speeches that each person gives. I do remember when Miley Cyrus went in. That was very emotional for me. They had a very beautiful video package for her, and then she gave an incredible speech. So I always enjoy watching those and stuff like that. I think it takes place in August, so I'll be intrigued to watch either the live stream or watch the videos after.
Oh, this hasn't happened yet. Okay.
No. This is like D23 happens in August, and then they do like an actual ceremony at D23.
Oh, okay.
Like it'll be like a Saturday night. Everybody shows up to some big amphitheater wherever they're at, and they do an actual like WB, like an actual Hall of Fame.
Right.
Thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm intrigued to check that out. Yeah, moving forward here, we got the official confirmation that Mr. Star Fox, isn't it Fox McCloud? Is that his name?
Fox McCloud is the name, correct? Yes.
Fox McCloud will be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We talked about this a few weeks ago because in a way they kind of gave it away.
We saw a little bit of him.
Right. We saw when the most recent full trailer came out, there was some speculation because there was often kind of in the corner of the screen for a shot there was a familiar looking jacket and pants and gun, so everybody was already speculating about this. So now it's just confirmed that Fox McCloud will be in the movie, so that's super cool. It does seem like they're slowly but surely trying to piece together their Nintendo cinematic universe into what everybody is assuming will be a Super Smash Bros movie, kind of Avengers Endgame-esque movie with all these different characters. So yeah, super cool. I know some people are not happy that they announced it, but I feel like, come on, like at this point, everybody was already talking about it.
Right.
So, plus I feel like if they were comfortable enough announcing this, I feel like maybe there's something else that might be hiding. You know what I'm saying? In the end of the movie or in a post-credit scene, there might be a Kirby appearance or something like that they're hiding, and that's why they were kind of comfortable announcing that he's in this movie. I know Rob is in the movie. I know they showed the Pikmin are also in this movie. They announced that in like a character thing, so that's super cool. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't have super crazy amounts of knowledge. I think I played one of the Star Fox games once at a McDonald's when McDonald's still had game systems that you could play. I think that's outside of that, I really only played as Fox in Smash. You know, so yeah, I'm excited to see it. I definitely want to check out this movie. I know it comes out very, very soon, so I'm definitely excited to check this movie out. Hey, let's talk about this real quick though, because I'm intrigued to see how they're gonna handle this Smash Brothers movie if it comes to fruition. Because so we already have Mario and stuff like that. Where obviously again they're introducing characters and stuff. They already introduced Donkey Kong in the first movie, so he's there. Bowser obviously is in these movies now. Bowser Jr. is in these movies. But when it comes to outside of the Mario stuff, I'm intrigued. Clearly, again, they're bringing in some outside Mario characters into this. But when it comes to, like... so I was thinking, first off, I go Link, right? There's a Zelda movie that's being made. But it's a live-action movie. So I'm like, is this not going to be in the universe? Or are they going to say it is technically in the universe, it's just a different form? And when he... I was like, it'd be kind of cool if he is in the movie and it is the same kind of actor that plays him in the live-action version. And it's just... he goes through the fucking portal thing, and when he crosses over, he just, you know what I'm saying, he just looks different. But it's the same kid that plays him doing the voice in the Smash Brothers movie or something like that. I think would be pretty cool. And how are we going to handle the Pokemon, too? I feel like that's going to be, you know, because, again, Pikachu was in there, but when you play as the Pokemon trainer in certain games, there's a bunch of different Pokemon that make appearances and stuff like that. So that intrigues me because I'm like, are we going to get a Pokemon movie that then leads into this, or is it just going to be them just popping up randomly, you know?
I think there's definitely a lot of people thinking, but I think the most interesting concept for me is just like they've already made like 3 Sonic movies. They're making a 4th one, I'm pretty sure. I think a trailer dropped for that like a week or 2 ago or something like that. I think that's something they could definitely bring in here for sure. Even if it's not even like a Smash movie, even if it's just like a Mario versus Sonic movie, I think they should definitely
Mario versus Sonic like at the Olympic Games movie, dog. Let's go.
Love it. I would fucking love it. Are you kidding me?
I played the shit out of that game.
That shit would sell tickets immediately. What are we talking about?
Right.
In terms of like the Star Fox stuff, a lot of people have been just going straight into the Super Smash Bros. I just want to see just Star Fox just be bantering with his whole like crew and stuff like that. I think that'd be funny to see, even if there's like a mid.
Well, I do feel
something like that.
I do feel like them introducing him in this movie is, I mean, they do it a million times with other things. I feel like it is like a clear setup of, if it goes well, then they'll greenlight the Star Fox movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what they tend to do.
That for sure. I think they could definitely do that as well. The Pokemon is definitely going to be an interesting thing because, again, there are a lot of Pokemon in these games. Fire Emblem, there's a shit ton of Fire Emblem characters in these games. I don't know how they're going to do that. Earthbound with, like, Ness and stuff like that is always
I did see.
A very popular one.
I'm sure you probably saw it. You may have seen it, too. I saw it on X. It was, like... I think it was Princess... what the hell is the Galaxy Princess's name? Brie Larson's character?
Rosalina?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
It was her saying... Because there's a line in the trailer that's her saying, like... There's a vast universe out there. You just haven't explored it or something like that. And it was that thing. And then it said, like, the whole Fire Emblem cast. And it was just a gif of the Avengers Endgame of just all of them running into battle.
Dude, dead ass. Like, there's so many of these characters and so many of these games just in Smash Bros. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's
but there's so many. I need. Isn't Mr. Game & Watch in this movie? Did he get revealed? Or am I tripping?
I don't even know who the fuck that is, bro.
It's do you remember like the 2D guy who was literally just like black and white? He was literally like just this 80s video game character that they put in. I think it was in like Brawl.
I don't think I remember. I don't think so.
I feel like he may have already got confirmed. I'm not 100% certain on that. I need Pac-Man in this for sure because he's a big gaming legend. He's in the Smash Bros. Games. There's so many people
that would probably make me cry because of my dad if Pac-Man rolls up and hits like a fucking super kick on Mario or some shit.
I'd be the same way. I love.
Yeah, Pac-Man. I mean, we see when they what's the current Smash game?
Ultimate.
I see it every once in a while when I don't know if they're still announcing new characters, but when they were announcing new characters, the reactions were insane for some of this stuff. Like people were crying tears of joy when Sora got announced. The whole internet like broke, bro. Like it.
I was crying.
People were
like,
losing
I was
shit.
like, "This is amazing."
Or like Sephiroth, I think got announced too, and I saw people like losing their fucking minds. Like
That was
this
crazy.
that's a
Banjo-Kazooie, that was a big one.
right. It's a franchise that a lot of people really really love. I don't see Sora being in the Smash Brothers movie. I think
I
Sora
don't.
may have been
I
a
don't
one
think
and
it's
done.
gonna happen.
That would
Disney-
be crazy if they get him. in
That
the
would
movie.
be
That'd wild.
insane. I'd be like, Disney's just trying the craziest shit at this point. They never do
Right.
anything with that man.
But I do think when we come to a Smash Bros. Thing, I do think it might be wiser. I know there's a giant cast of characters in those games. It might be wiser to focus on like 6. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you could have a ton of cameos, a ton of fun
Yeah.
little short cameos. But it might be smarter to really focus on 6 core people: Mario, Luigi, Link, Star
Yeah.
Fox, Kirby, whoever, the Pokemon trainer, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Focus on like 6 core people fighting against each other. And again, maybe like you have tournaments going on, and maybe that's how we have cameos of certain people, or it's like almost like a locker room situation. Mario's walking through the Smash Brothers locker room, and there's 50 different characters in the background,
Right.
things like that. But it definitely would probably be smarter to focus on a smaller knit kind
Yeah,
of
for sure.
cast of characters. Because
I
again,
think
like how you get
if they do that, I'm more than sure they're probably going to just stick to like a lot of the characters from the original game and stuff like that, because that was obviously like the
Right.
foundation and whatnot. After that,
Right.
if they want to do more Smash Brothers movies, they could surely do that, where they add in
Right.
a bunch of different people, maybe even characters we haven't even gotten in the games before, but that are just incredibly popular video game characters in general. Maybe like
that'd be such a cool cameo too, if they get somebody big like a Sora or a Sephiroth, or like something huge. If in the movie it's like there's a fight going on, and like the whole screen like blacks out for a second, you're like, new character, and like
oh my
whoever
god,
it is
they
just
have
comes
to
flying
absolutely do
in.
like a new challenger is approaching,
Yeah.
sort of thing like that, for
Yeah.
sure, 100%.
Have to.
Yeah.
And
They
you
need to have so
again,
much fun
whatever
with
the
this
fuck
movie.
It is
100%.
If it's Pac-Man or Sonic or
Yep.
fucking Sephiroth or Sora or whoever has just like this huge kind of like a Endgame Captain Marvel moment where everybody looks up and she comes through. It's like that, where it's like a new challenger, and it's just some earth-shattering fucking thing. It's fucking Steve from Minecraft, but it's just Jack Black. Some shit. Isn't he in one of the games? I feel like he's in Ultimate. or some shit.
Steve is an Ultimate. Yeah, he's a DLC character. Yeah.
Okay. Seems kind of insane, but I don't know. Maybe I need to play Ultimate because I'm just like, this is wow. There's a crazy cast of characters here.
You gotta play it. There's like, I think there's like almost 100 characters in that game.
I think I had it originally, and then I think when I stopped using my original Switch, I got rid of it, and then I don't have the Switch 2, but at some point I got a new Switch, and I just never bought it again. So
Right.
I might need to look into it. But
They have to,
yeah,
they have to
I
bring
think,
in Wii Fit Trainer.
yeah, I remember that one. That was wild. Yeah, but I'm excited to see where they go. I'm intrigued to see where they go, how they're going to handle all this. Hopefully, it is kind of a smaller knit group of characters in this Smash Bros. Movie, and then again, just a bunch of really cool cameos and references. And again, if you're walking through a locker room, you have 20 characters in the background, but also you got like somebody else. You got the Keyblade sitting against the locker. Like that's a cool way that they can include Sora without having to fight with Disney to do it. Being like Disney,
Right.
like, can we at least just put the Keyblade leaning against the locker? You know what I'm saying? Like something small like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also going back to the original topic here, I'm excited to see this Mario Galaxy movie. I'm excited to see Fox McClane rolling up. I'm excited to see Rob. Isn't that his name? Rob.
Rob's
Robot.
he's showing up. Yep.
Right. I'm intrigued to see.
Yeah,
and
a
I'm
lot of
intrigued to see
exciting
what else might be happening. Are we going to get Kirby at the end? Is there going to be what's the hand? What's the hand guy from
Master
Smash?
Hand.
What's his name? Master Hand. Are we going to get
Yep.
a Thanos? Fine, I'll do it myself. Post credit scene with Master Hand or some shit. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be dope.
So yeah. All right, moving forward though, we have official confirmation. We already knew this was coming, but official confirmation of the Punisher special that's going to be coming to Disney Plus. Let me look up the date here real quick. But it's going to be coming to Disney Plus this summer. Oh, Disney Parks. That's not what I want. Punisher will be in Disney Parks this summer.
Coming to Epcot.
Yeah. There we go. There it is. Come on, load. It's going to be May 12th. That'll be when this is coming out. I do believe that is like the week after Daredevil Born Again Season 2 ends. So
Makes
it's
sense.
going to be a nice little, almost like a bonus episode in a sense that's just focused on Frank. A nice little cap off to this. And again, we're assuming this might bridge the gap between Born Again Season 2 and Spider-Man Brand New Day. That might explain why Frank isn't in Season 2, but also could hint at Jessica Jones or Daredevil coming to Brand New Day or something like that. Yeah, so that's coming May 12th. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see that. We also got some really cool information about Wonder Man Season 2 that'll be coming to Disney Plus.
I'm very happy this is happening. Wonder Man was such a breath of fresh air for me in terms of like MCU stuff. I'm really excited for Season 2.
All right, so on the official announcement, there is no release date. It just says coming soon to Disney Plus. But it does say Simon Williams and Trevor Slattery will return for Wonder Man Season 2. Co-created by Destin Daniel Cretton and Andrew Guest. Daniel Destin Cretton obviously is who is directing Spider-Man Brand New Day. He did Shang-Chi. So he's that Marvel loves him. He's like, obviously they still have the Russo brothers going on, but he's like their new Russo brothers. Like they love bringing this man in.
the new Russo brother, the third Russo brother.
And he was supposed to direct Avengers Kang Dynasty before it got switched up. So he was in the Russo brothers role originally for the next Avengers movie. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. Season 1 was awesome. It was very fun. And like you said, a very fresh breath of air there because it's like we said, it's like an HBO drama with a little
it's just something different
of superheroes. Right. So super excited about that. And then our last piece of news here is going to be this Harry Potter trailer that we're going to pause here for a second to kind of rewatch. I definitely need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
So we will be back. All right. All right. All right, there we go. We just took a break there. Watched the Harry Potter HBO Max trailer. I don't know, man. I know there's a lot of hesitation around this show. We were both very hesitant at first, but it looks really, really good. It looks really, really good to me. I don't know what I was expecting it to look bad because I feel like in general it probably would have looked great, but I feel like it looks really good. I'm actually really excited and intrigued to check this out.
I mean, I'm still a little bit hesitant, obviously, just because, I mean, it is just really just a retelling. So it's like, I'm not expecting, like, the craziest or newest information here or anything like that. But, I mean, from what I've seen, it looks really good. The castle looks incredible. That was one big thing that I was really looking forward to, was seeing the castle again, because that's, like, just the most iconic landmark in this whole series. Character design, I think, is another thing that they are really nailing here. I think everybody looks really, really good and really, really accurate to how the characters should look.
I will say, casting-wise, he looks exactly like Daniel Radcliffe. Like, he literally looks like Harry Potter. They look like they went back in time and took Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter and brought him into this. Like, he looks exactly like Harry Potter.
I'd say all three of the main trio definitely are very well casted. I'd say Hagrid is also very well casted. I think he's going to do a very good job as Hagrid for sure.
Yep.
But in terms of everybody else, we really kind of have to wait and see because this is one of those trailers where they really do not give much of anything away. I mean, we already kind of pretty much know what happens in the Philosopher's Stone.
We see my goat Hedwig for a second.
We do see Hedwig for a second. We see Hedwig for a second. We see Snape for a second. We see Dumbledore for a second. We see McGonagall for a second. We see a lot of people for just a second.
Weasley.
Molly Weasley for a second.
Yep.
But I think this is really just one of those things where it's like this trailer does not give much of anything away. So it's really going to have to be a wait and see sort of situation with this one, I think. But in terms of like production and design and stuff like that, I think they're really doing a very good job with it for sure.
Right. I do think when you're saying you don't think we're going to get much like new information or stuff like that, I kind of feel the opposite because these are obviously based off of the books and there's stuff in the books that don't happen in the movies. And there's like, this is a show that's going to be, if there's, I don't know how many episodes, say there's 8 episodes and they're all about an hour long. That's about 8 hours. That's way longer than whatever the first movie is, 2.5 hours. So I do feel like we actually will probably get a good amount of new stuff because of the fact that they're going to be, like, I know the haircut scene I saw people talking about, that's something that was in the book that was not in the movie where she cuts his hair and he's so mad that he basically magically grows his hair back overnight. Right. That wasn't in the movie. So that's just one thing off rip. That's not something crazy big, but it is cool to see things expanded upon that we didn't get in the movie because they obviously had to cut stuff for time. Yeah, I think everybody looks great. I think he looks exactly like Harry Potter. It's almost scary how much he looks like Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. I'm intrigued because I thought the show was just going to be called Harry Potter, but I didn't realize it's going to be called Harry Potter the Philosopher's Stone. So I think my thoughts on it are going to be, okay, it's going to be like a seasonal thing where, I think, how can I say this? I think it's going to be more of like it's the same show, but each season is going to feel like a different show. Or in the same case, there might be certain books that take multiple seasons to explain. So it might be like season 1 is the Philosopher's Stone, season 2 and 3 might be the Chamber of Secrets. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be where they're going. That's why each thing will have a different name. So again, it's like almost its own show each time. They do a different book, but it's all going to be one show at the end of the day. But I just think it's smarter to do that, naming them after the book, and then again, it could take fucking 3 seasons to do, Deathly Hallows or something like that. For all we know, I think that's a really smart idea. Changing up the name each time they cover a book, depending on how many seasons it may take to tell that story. Yeah, I'm excited. I think everybody looks great. Was Ollivander, was that the same guy that played him in the movies?
No, I don't think. Ollivander was the guy that handed him the wand, right? The guy with the glasses.
Right.
I don't think so. I can look it up.
I know they did bring back a couple of people. I know. Oh my gosh, Warwick Davis. I think they did bring back to play. I'm forgetting that professor's name. Maybe Professor Flitwick or something like that. Yeah. I think he's coming back to play the same character. Obviously, not the same universe character, but playing just their version of the character. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that dude Ollivander looked familiar. Maybe he's not the same guy, but it might be an actor that
he was in Andor. He was the ISB commander guy.
Okay, that's probably why.
That's probably why you remember. Yeah. Because I clocked him instantly as that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Very intriguing. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add here. I'm trying to think.
No, I mean, again, it's we really don't get all of that much. Right. I mean, we do get a little bit,
a lot of
like
dialogue.
new stuff with again like the haircut scene and him being bullied at like the regular school and stuff like that. That's something new that we see here. I'm excited to kind of get into that aspect of the show because again, that's something we really haven't gotten before outside of the book. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff looks like it's going to be similar or the same as the movie again, with just a better or newer production design and stuff like that. So we'll really just have to wait and see. That's really what it is.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it. And that's kind of it for the news. So our discussion is a little different. Again, we don't have a normal discussion here. It's going to be our no avail interview. So as of this recording here, we're pretty much done here. So we're gonna throw it to previous couple weeks ago, Kyle and Theo, with our Noah Vale interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our interview here with one Noah Vale. Noah, what's going on?
Oh shit. I wasn't ready. Oh no. Hi. Hi.
We're here with Noah Vale, part of our little OTS showcase. We like to try and do once a month, try and bring somebody on. Our first month, our last month, we had Mr. Elias AK-47. Now this month we have the one and only Noah Vale. Theo, what's up? What's up with you? You excited for this interview?
I'm very excited. This is really kind of my first time really talking or meeting with Noah at all. So I'm very excited to really get into it and learn about Noah, as I'm sure all of the viewers are also looking to get to look into knowing Noah more. Yeah.
Into Noah's psyche. Let's look into Noah's
Yes.
mind, find out what's going on in that brain.
Nothing. I assure you there's nothing going on here. Empty-headed
What are
bimbo.
your
I
biggest fears?
got Yu-Gi-Oh! GX on Tubi. Oh, I'm locked in.
Oh, there
Sorry.
you go. There you go. No, you're good. You're good. All right. So there will be a few wrestling questions here, but we do like to change it up a little bit, do some random stuff. So starting off with the wrestling question, though, as a kid, Noah, what was your favorite match, strictly as a kid?
As a child? Holy
Yes.
shit. When I was like a super jit for some reason. So the only like wrestling that I really had was like this DVD of Vengeance 2001.
Okay.
Um, the one where like Chris Jericho wins the undisputed title or whatever. I
Mhm.
don't know why. I would watch the Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy match over and over again because I thought it
Okay.
was like the coolest thing ever. I was like, they're brothers and they're fighting now. But it was mostly just because I thought Matt Hardy was sick.
Okay. All right.
Hell yeah.
So there we go. There's Noah's favorite match as a kid.
Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. If not that, any match involving the primetime players. Big primetime players fan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dog,
Oh, yeah.
every week, me and the homie would get on Skype when that existed,
Yep.
and we would watch Raw together, like it, and like it was our shitty podcast, but nobody else was there but us.
Right.
And we would every week that he would like be like, "Oh, the fucking primetime players are on the screen. This is so lame," and I'd be like, "The fucking primetime players."
I love it. I love it.
It was
That
so
was pretty much
lame.
me with the vaudevillains, I feel
There you go. There you
like.
go. There
Dog,
you go.
Bond villains, fucked. Simon Gotch is a weirdo.
Yeah, bro. See, I couldn't get into Theo's thing there because me and Simon Gotch had like this weird little heat thing that happened at one point. So I was like, all right, fuck off.
Damn.
Dude,
So
Simon Gotch was a little freak ski brother. I love that shit.
yeah.
Kind of in a similar vein, I'm kind of looking a little bit towards like a more of a modern sense. What was your kind of a favorite match that you've wrestled, or like a favorite opponent that you've had in the ring in your time as a indie wrestler?
Mm.
Oh shit, ever. I like something about everybody that I wrestle just because everybody's different. That is the sluttiest answer I could have given. I I'd probably say just off the top of my head, people that I'm immediately thinking of. Uh, Kendall Ryan, John Davis, August Artois, Daniel Starling.
There we go. Some good
Nice.
answers there. I watched
Yeah.
that John Davis match. I was losing my shit that match. That might be my favorite Noah Vale match, to be honest.
Oh yeah, the one where he tried to kill me. The one
Yeah.
where I lost the ability to use my arm for like a
Maybe
week.
maybe there was a reason why it was my favorite match before I even watched it, but yeah.
That's very valid. Real.
Yeah. All right. So sticking with your the theme here as a kid from my questions at least, and then after this we'll move forward. Uh, I'm a big nostalgia guy. I love nostalgia. You and I have had conversations about some of the things that we loved as kids. So what, as a kid, was your favorite toy or video game that you had that you just could not get enough of?
Video game. We had I so my first console was a Nintendo 64.
Mhm.
Because my uncle just left a bunch. He left that and a Genesis at the house, but like we didn't have plugs in the TV that would work for the Genesis. So I
Okay.
was like, fucking that's lame. Um, and so the N64 was the only one. The N64 and the PS1 were the ones that worked. So I would play Ocarina of Time,
Mm.
and there was a very specific Dragon Ball Z GT fighting game that was on the PlayStation 1
Hmm.
that was dog shit. Like
Okay.
terrible. But
Yep.
like I'm a child, right? I don't understand that it's bad. All I know is that
Right.
Kid Buu is in the game.
Yeah. That's all that mattered.
So I was just like, man, I'm just gonna play Kid Buu, and it didn't matter I was losing. I was Kid Buu, and this is fucking awesome. Um, and as far as toys, I would my mom was pretty cool, and like we would try to get the Zords for
Mm.
like whatever series was going at the time, or at the very least like one toy from every series usually.
Right.
Um, and I remember that I would play a lot with um, you know, in Time Force, um, maybe it was Time Force. It was either Time Force or Lightspeed Rescue. I
Mm.
think it was Time Force. They had it was like a motorcycle with like jet turbines on the side. It was like white and black. But
Yeah.
it also turned into a gun.
I feel like it was Time Force.
I thought it was Time Force because I
I feel like
remember it
it.
being sent back in the giant golf club robot, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I could be wrong, but I feel like it may have been Time Force.
um, I had that and I used it all the time.
Hell yeah.
Like all the time. Lost the Red Ranger figure that came with it, but I still had the gun.
Right. But then, I mean, that's where you put your Undertaker figure on, and now Undertaker can make his bike entrances. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And your
brother.
fig fed.
I wished I had wrestling toys as a kid. I
Mm.
remember there was a specific Christmas where like a shooting star came across the sky. And don't ask me why, but I remember wishing on that star for a Big Show action figure, and I don't know why I was so fucking into the Big Show.
I love
But
it.
like dude, his like the theme, I think
Yeah.
that was all it was. I think it was just the Big Show's theme
Yeah.
in my brain was like the
Yeah.
coolest shit ever.
As you wish on the star, you just hear "Well," just go flying by.
Big Show was so awesome. I was like, it's the fucking Big Show.
Hell yeah, bro.
The
Okay.
entire time I'm like thinking like they're gonna have like a TED moment and where they're gonna bring one of their action figures to life or something like that.
Dude, Big
I
Show
used to,
fucked.
I used to wish that my figures were alive. That'd be so cool.
So it's similar in I guess of a childhood sense. I'm not exactly too knowledgeable of how well versed you are in this particular topic, but I'm gonna assume that you are because I don't know why anybody wouldn't be. Who is your favorite Muppet and why?
Ooh.
Uh, girl half of me, Miss Piggy, boy half of me, animal.
Okay.
I
There you
fuck
go.
with both those. Yeah, those are both good
I can
answers.
kind of see the animal influences in your life.
You thought I wouldn't have a fucking answer. You thought that I wasn't locked in. You fucking. I was gonna say Gonzo, but then I was like, nah, animal fucking rule.
Gonzo also rules.
Gonzo's
Those
cool.
are all great Muppets.
Muppets, great Muppets.
Muppets. Muppets are the evil ones.
Yeah. All
Man,
right. So
fucking Muppets Treasure Island, brother. The fucking the intro song. But
mhm.
oh, come on now. What are we talking about? Sorry.
All right. So me and Theo love to do our top fives. Every week we do a blind rank of a top five. So I'm gonna kind of give you Noah a blind rank of top five. Now this is something you're very knowledgeable about. This is something that we share a mutual group chat strictly about, and we kind of talked about just a second ago. So Noah, I'm not gonna give you blindly, but I need you to give me your top five Power Ranger seasons.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
No
We
pressure, but I'm currently watching through Lightspeed Rescue for the first time. Kyle's been slowly getting me into Power Rangers, so I will be taking your top five very seriously as like a next consideration for my next season.
the only season that Theo has seen in full is In Space.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Wait,
Yeah,
you didn't see oh my God, Turbo?
no,
He's seen the
Oh,
movie. He's seen the
I've
movie.
seen the movie, but not the
did
season.
you show him the last couple episodes of Turbo so that he has context for
No, but in the beginning of In Space, they do explain what happened, so it's okay.
Yeah.
that's fair, but he's got to feel it.
Yeah.
He's got to be He's gonna be there when they're fucking up the
I'm just more concerned of
okay.
trying to get him to Time Force is really my big concern, you know?
Oh my God, you have to. You have
Yeah.
to get him to Time Force, and then you have to get him to the Time Force Sentai because it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So top five, no particular order. Um, because I that would take us hours.
Yeah,
SPD,
hmm
Wild Force, Time Force. Uh, why is this so difficult? I hate this. Dino Thunder.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with for purely nostalgia, Mystic Force.
Yeah, let's go. Hell yeah. Honestly, your top five and my top five may actually be the same, to be honest with you. But I think any season from like the beginning up until like RPM is good. Everything after
Yeah,
that, it just falls off. Thankfully,
RPM is also where I like checked out mentally. I was like, I
yeah.
don't.
But I watched it recently. It's actually really, really good. But like, thankfully you didn't have Samurai on that list because like, yeah, no.
I'm not a so the like Samurai and like RPM
Mhm.
and like the subsequents, like I can see that being cool for a younger generation, but
Yeah,
like I they kidnapped the fucking the police chief's wife, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like what are we
Crazy.
like
SPD
this
goes crazy, bro.
this man in fucking Time Force was like, "Dad, you don't understand. Like what
Yeah,
are we
yeah.
doing?
There's some really deep stuff in those seasons that we love.
Don't
Some really deep
talk."
shit.
Tommy had to fight his past selves for the
Peak.
right to be a ranger. You can't stand where they stood, bro.
Right, right. No, I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you. Theo, I only have like one more question, so if you want, I know you have more, so if you want to kind of raffle them off a little bit, you can go
Yeah,
for it.
sure. I can raffle a few off. Let me see here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Who was your favorite superhero as a kid?
Mm,
Spider-Man, no question.
yeah.
Let a shadow of a
Is he
doubt.
still your favorite now? Or do you have a new favorite, or has he just always been number one?
So Spider-Man will always be my favorite. My secondary, like tertiaries, will always be like Flash and Green Lantern. Um,
Okay.
uh, for me, like I think Spider-Man is the I Spider-Man for me gives the vibe that I can totally understand why people like Superman.
Mm,
Like he is the most like truth, justice. He's just a guy. He's so much just a guy, and life beats the fuck out of him, just like it does everybody else, and that's what makes it, at least for me, so relatable. Um, Even when he's doing like insane Avengers stuff, he's still like very grounded in that aspect. Barry Allen is just a good dude, and I just like that Barry Allen's just a good dude.
yeah.
Um, and Green Lantern, it's less that like a particular lantern is my favorite, and it's more that I just think that the Green Lantern like expanded universe is really cool. Like I think that the emotional spectrum and like all the stuff that they did during the Jeff Johns run with like Blackest Night, um, like all that stuff is super super sick, and I really like that hits the same as like Star Wars for me with just how big the expanded universe of Green Lantern is, because I just like the idea of like, yeah, fucking Batman's dealing with like Joker and the Joker toxin, but also Hal is in deep space and there's some fucking doomsday that is like a ray that shoots sadness and depression into you, and like that's super sick.
Hell yeah. Those are great picks. I love all those heroes. They're awesome. Green Lantern was like one of my favorites as a kid. I was always more partial towards like John Stewart just because of like the Justice League shows and all that. But like
Very
they're
valid.
all
Very
awesome.
valid. The Justice League show actually made me like a really big fan of Green Arrow out of nowhere. And then Injustice 2 came out and I started like getting really heavy into that, and I was like, oh man, Green Arrow kind of fucks. So Green Arrow's kind of cool.
He's so cool. He's so underrated. He fucks so hard. It's
That's funny.
crazy.
I'm just gonna start shooting arrows that explode at guys. It's kind of rad.
That's awesome.
Let's see. More so into the wrestler aspect. If you were to have a dream match with any wrestler at any from any time period, who's your dream match
Ooh.
against?
Probably Finn Balor, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Um,
I love that. That match would go hard.
Motherfucker just
I
moaning over
think
there.
It's so good. I'm like imagining it now, man. It's just so
Yeah.
good.
I think Finn, because like Finn was like when I first started getting into uh like wrestling, it was Loki versus Finn versus Okada. Sorry, I had to just think about how to pronounce his name, and like all I could think about was the New Japan Okada. Um, but but that was like their triple threat for the IWGP Junior Belt was like crap to me as like a child. Like 15-year-old me watching this going like this is the sickest shit ever.
Yeah.
Um and like I remember like furiously like refreshing the fucking WWE network on the day that the dirt sheet said that Finn was going to debut or whatever. And
Mm.
like being like Finn made his debut in fucking NXT on this date. And I was like that's going to come out this Thursday
Right,
at
right.
this time. I was just sitting there like I'm like so like
Oh
I
yeah.
was locked in. He's like one of my favorite wrestlers. One of my
Oh yeah.
favorite wrestlers.
He's goaded. He's goaded.
Yeah, that's
He's
a
so
Bro,
great,
good.
great answer.
And
there was
he
one time.
and he's super hot and he's like almost 50. Like what are we talking about?
There was one time I was at NXT live event like right after he signed, and he was not on the show, but we were waiting after to like meet the NXT superstars, and I
Mhm.
totally saw that motherfucker just dodge all of us. It was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like he saw us, and I made eye contact with him, and then he like went behind some bushes and disappeared, and I didn't see him the rest of the night.
Crazy.
It was wild.
I would have been pregnant and it would have been his
Yeah. Yep.
and he would have been on child support that night.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
That's completely fair. Let's keep it with this energy, honestly. Obviously
Uh-oh.
from you and me are both I'm gonna say I think we're both icons in the LGBT sphere. I think so. I
Absolutely.
like to think so.
Yes, very
Absolutely.
much so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh
Gay icons, yes.
I think one of the most important questions that anybody in the LGBT sphere gets asked, who was your gay awakening?
Uh-oh.
That oh God. That's such a hard God, I actually okay, all right.
This TikTok clip is gonna go crazy.
I don't so I don't think it was a conscious thing, right? I don't think that there was ever like a moment in my brain where I was like, "Oh shit, I like boys." It just kind of happened, right? Probably the virus from Osmosis Jones.
Bro. What the
Like,
hell? That's hilarious, bro. That's
No,
hilarious.
I love that. I love
I
that
think
answer.
that's the first time I saw a man and was like, I don't know. I don't know these complicated emotions I'm feeling. I
That's
don't know what's
I
going
love
on
it.
right now.
That's incredible.
And
I
then
love it.
That's awesome.
we put
That's
that
great.
shit in the back of our head, and then we didn't think about it until we saw Ibushi and Finn Balor wrestle again. And then
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
cooked. I was like, oh
That's
no.
great. I don't even know Theo's gay awakening. What was Theo's gay awakening?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I really don't know myself. It was almost like a similar thing where I was just like, oh yeah, I kind of also like guys as well. It's like
Okay.
it's
I
same and same.
feel like if you're in like theater or like band or like weird art communities and stuff like that, there's just a lot of like no boundary like touching and like communicating and like emotional like investment that just ends up happening and you like get frogged in a potted until you have that moment of like do am I are we gonna fuck and then you have to and and like you make that mental of like if we fucked right now I think I'm okay with it
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like that's the moment. Like there was just moments where I'm like hanging out with my D&D friends and we're cuddling on a couch and I'm like, we're about to kiss? Is that what's about to happen right now? Fucking what the fuck is going on? How did I get here? This I mean this is fine, but also like where am I?
Right, right, exactly.
thank you guys for explaining this to me. I appreciate it.
It
You're
just
welcome.
trust me, it just
It just
happens.
happens.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It just
honestly.
happens.
Well, I'm not gay, but I can give you guys a gay awakening, even though I'm not gay. Mine would probably be Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. That was probably where I was
Oh, I already
nostalgic.
knew that. I
Yeah, I
already
was
knew
kind of
that.
like,
What?
I was like, I'm not gay, but if he did roll up, I might be down. You know?
So I was on a. I love that this has become OT gay project. Fuck, I was on a plane and I was it was still like the West Coast or something, so I had a shit ton of time to kill. So the flight that I was on had all of the original trilogy.
Mhm.
Uh, so I was like, sick, we're gonna watch this. I forgot how fuckable young Harrison Ford was.
Oh my God. Tell me about it.
That's
I
wild.
got
Oh my God. I can't watch those movies anymore. I
I
can't. It's
saw
just like I'm too down bad.
I saw Han Solo and I was like, oh. I was like, I got off the plane and was like, all right, how much is a slave lay outfit really? Like, how expensive can that be
That's wild.
really?
That's
Dude, when
hilarious.
it's like A New Hope and he's like slowly leaning in on the table and he's smirking, I'm like, I'm cooked. I'm absolutely cooked right then and there.
I'm so done, dude. I hate it.
Crazy.
I
It'd
got.
be
I think
like
I got
that
one more.
sometimes.
I got one more question for
All
you
right.
before we pass it over to Kyle's final question here.
Yes, sir.
A little birdie told me earlier today that there has been a little bit of discourse within your guys' little friend group about Pixar and Pixar movies, and he has asked me to give you a question based on Pixar, and I'm going to assume that this is just going to add fire to the flames here because that's obviously my intention. What is the most overrated Pixar movie in your opinion?
Oh shit. Wow. God, that's personally over. Fuck. It's a tie for me. I would say either Monsters Inc. or Finding Nemo. I think one of those two.
I can give you Finding Nemo. I can't give you Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
So the
Monsters. I love the soundtrack to Monsters Inc. Too much to give you that, but
Monsters Inc. So here's my thing with it. Monsters Inc. is very good. However, it does not and has never hit for me in the same way that like everyone is like, oh my God, this is one of the most emotionally like yada 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 whatever. And it's like I can understand that for Finding Nemo, and Finding Nemo is not even as good as everybody says that it is. And like you're putting this with like the Toy Stories and fucking like the Wallies and shit. And it's
Mm.
like I get where you're coming from with Monsters Inc., but there's really like one scene that's emotionally charged, and it's the ending.
Mm.
Like the rest of the movie is just about two fucking idiots trying to like pretend like figure out how to be a dad while also trying not to get fired. Like we're doing like the fucking what's the movie with the babysitter or whatever with fucking Schwarzenegger?
Oh shit. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
fuck.
It's that. It's literally we're just doing that until the very end when he has to give the kid back.
Mm.
And then everyone's like, "Oh, this is the saddest thing ever." It's like it's not though. It's this one scene that's really sad, but not the rest of the movie.
Yeah, but I think Monsters Inc. is way more of a fun adventure than Finding Nemo.
I'll agree with that. I'll
Like
agree with
if
that.
I grew up loving Finding Nemo, of course, too. I have photos of me and Theo at Finding Nemo on ice when we were like fucking 6 and 5, right? Um,
God, you're so gay, Theo.
but as a kid, it's different
We're
than
all
now.
gay here. It's okay.
And thinking no, that's not true. Uh, thinking 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 now, I'm just like I don't really care to watch Finding Nemo again. Like I'd be okay if I never watched that again.
Like I'm fine to rewatch it, but it's also not something where I'm like I think that it's a very good movie. I think it's probably one of the better Pixar movies.
Mm.
However, I just don't think that it's as good as everyone says.
Right.
It's like and again, I'm gonna probably get shot in the streets for this.
Mm.
Like I think Lilo and Stitch is a great movie. I do not think it's as good as everyone says that it is.
Yeah, it's a little wild. It's a little wild.
I don't know.
Like
I can pick up what you're putting down.
Like it's like I think that there are movies that everyone's like, this isn't a fucking full like a new stratosphere. This
Mm.
is fucking Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Citizen Kane, fucking Caligula, fucking Lilo and Stitch. And I'm like, all right, guys, maybe we fucking,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
you
I
know what
can
I'm
get
saying?
with
I'm
that.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe we take a fucking step back and
Right.
like,
Well, I'm just glad. So the discourse came from not our normal fan group, not our Power Rangers fan group, but from our friends with Derek and
our movie
Jordan,
fan group now.
right? Our new movie friend group. And they Jordan and Derek, Theo, they do not like Cars. They think Cars is horrible.
That's an
So
awful take.
so me and Noah are on team go fuck yourself because Cars is like the greatest thing ever.
You're doing the Lord's work. You're
Yeah.
doing the Lord's work. That's an outrageous take.
Yeah.
And what makes me the like most mad about it is the fact that Derek is like, oh, you know, Cars is so bad, you know, fucking Monsters Inc. is top five fucking Pixar movie, and he hasn't even seen Wall-E yet.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
dog. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, no. He doesn't know what's
That's
going on,
awful.
bro. Horrible. All right.
That's awful.
But we'll reel it back in a little bit. Go to my last question to go back to the wrestling situation of things here. Noah, who is? Uh-oh, we're lagging. Okay, are we good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. To reel it back in, last question back on wrestling. Who is your wrestling soulmate? You got a lot of great matches. You have a lot of friends in professional wrestling, but who is the one person that would be your wrestling soulmate?
Ooh. Christ. I think it's two people, one in Florida and one out of Florida.
Mhm.
No, three people. Fuck.
Oh.
God damn, this is so hard. I'm gonna say it's a three-way tie between Sean Davis, a guy named Najism from Georgia,
Mhm.
and Hunter Drake from Tennessee.
Okay. All
Just
right.
because for the three of them, and for me, it's not even like what we do in the ring, it's how easy is the match to call. Like when we're in the back and we're saying, like, are we finishing each other's sentences type shit?
Right. 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 No, that makes sense. So, all
That's it
right.
for me. Like, if you can finish my sentence before I'm done with the spot, yeah, it's you. Me and you forever.
Right. All right. But actually, now before we really wrap up, I was gonna exclude this because you and I don't hang out outside of social media, I guess, as much. But we do talk every day through our various group chats. So I like to kind of put it on a fun little high note, a little maybe sweet note. What is one memory with me, probably within this group chat, that we can share that is just that you just love, that you and I have together?
Um, the zoomed in photos on our fucking faces is my
Okay.
favorite thing that we've ever done. It
Those are
is.
good.
I have it saved. I have it saved, and it was my background lock screen for a while, just because it was the cutest fucking thing I think we've ever done.
That's incredible.
Um, it is the most like single-brained brain rot shit that
Yes.
that has
Yes.
ever fucking happened.
Yes.
Um, if not that, like there was a solid like couple. There was like a solid like what 6 months where we were just stream of consciousing for like the 6 months fully with
Yeah.
no break. Where it was just
Yeah.
like every day we were just fucking just bidding to this. It was so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Um,
Just straight
no, I
bits
love
on
that. That
bits.
that fucking group chat is like the cornerstone of my mental health. I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna lie.
it's fucking incredible the fact that we all are locked in and we just all talk all day every day about wrestling, Power Rangers, anything. It's ridiculous and it's incredible.
Fucking booting up a Sentai and being like, "Hey boys, I didn't know that fucking Lost Galaxy Sentai was like this."
Right. Yeah.
So good.
And then 2 seconds later, Mikey's just like, "Guys, I think I broke my foot." Like it's just the most random shit in the world. It's so ridiculous, but I love it. Yes. All right, Noah, where can everybody find you on social media on all that good
If
stuff?
you would like to find any no avail things, you can find me on Twitter. The only thing that I will dead name at Noah X Vale. You can find me on Instagram at NoAvail97. You can find me on Facebook at NoAvail. and I think that's the only social medias. I don't think I have a TikTok. If there's a TikTok that goes by no avail, it's probably me, incognito, looking at thirst traps.
There you go. All right, Noah, thank you for being a part of our podcast and having some fun with us on this little Thursday night.
Anytime, baby. This was super fun. My cat's been sitting on me the entire time, and she's just been staring at the screen.
Oh yeah. All right, Noah, thank you. We will be showcasing you a lot more for sure.